Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have all been watching Lena Rodriguez talking with Mary Trump. I'm putting a link in the chat right now. Oh, well, hang on. I did copy it. Copy. And let's try again. Paste. There we go. So I was listening to that. So it was really interesting, and I'm so glad that they were. Well, Lena Rodriguez is, she was one of the early political tarot readers on YouTube, and just has always been so great and gave us all hope in very dark times. She is smart as a whip. She does have a PhD in sociology. And I like that they were being respectful of her. And they were talking about tarot at the end a little bit, kind of briefly. And they weren't, one of them kind of scoffed when I think it was Mary Trump said, "I'm not going to ask you to read the cards." And I heard one person go, but the rest of them were just quite reasonable, and they seemed to be very respectful. So that made me happy. That made me happy because Lena Rodriguez deserves respect. That's just how it is. So congratulations, Lena. You did a great job. And I'm just pleased that I mean, I've only read with her a few times, but I feel lucky to know you. So anyway, she did a great job, and she got some respect. So I'm very pleased. Hello, everybody. All right, so I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there, and I timestamp them as I go. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. And if anybody's wondering, they're new around here, they're like, well, kind of what is this? And this is basically, I believe that all of our souls are small pieces of the divine. I believe that we are all in this together. We are all of one family, literally and spiritually. Mitochondrial Eve, my friends. And that we all have access to the collective energy. So we go through the news here together because a lot of us are news junkies, and so I try to keep the vibration up. I do overlays and colors, and we talk about our pets and things, so that we can keep the vibration high and then go down into the muck of reading on politicians and politics, especially in the current era of a Pluto return in the U.S. and Pluto return, Neptune opposite, which happened the last time it happened was during the Civil War. Yeah, it's a thing. So anyway, okay. Oh, I know some of you really like purple, so I always think of that on Tuesdays. I tend to wear purple on Tuesdays. And on Fridays on Wednesdays we wear pink. No, actually, Saturday's red and pink. But anyway, no, I actually do, just for the sake of my sanity and to not repeat myself as often. I do kind of color code days to start with, and then we see if that works. Anyway, hello. All right, hello, William. Hello, Lucky Girl has the link to Lena Rodriguez as a guest on the Mary Trump show. And yeah, purple's Tuesday. Yeah. Monday is orange or brown. Actually, I do Sunday to Saturday is my week. Sunday is blue Sunday. Monday is orange or brown. Tuesday is purple. Wednesday is green. Thursday is yellow or brown. Friday is black, white, or gray. Saturday is red or pink. So It just helps. All right. So we're going to start in with the classified documents that Joe Biden's lawyers found at 5 minutes, 30 seconds in. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Some people are saying this is no big deal. Other people are saying this is a big deal. The Merrick Garland has taken the he's taken the situation with the documents and he has given it to a holdover Trump-appointed attorney in the Department of Justice to look into, to investigate. So there's not going to be a, well, they'll say there's a conflict of interest, but it was appointed by Trump. So he's going to look at the Biden situation. On the one hand, it doesn't seem like it's similar in that from my understanding is Joe Biden, after he was vice president, he has basically technically worked at a think tank, and he had an office there. And when he was running for president, and this was not long before the actual election day, he had some lawyers of his were there, and they were packing things up for him in packing up this office to move him out. And in a locked storage container or closet, but it was a locked storage area of some nature, they found some classified documents. So the lawyers immediately called the White House, and the White House immediately called the National Archives and said, we have some documents here. They look like they are classified. Please come get them. And National Archives said, we'll be right there. So as soon as they were located, there was no humming and hawing. There was no trying to hide things. And this apparently was Joe Biden and his people. They knew this could come out and affect his chance at the election. But he did the right thing anyway. All right, so there is that. This is kind of all we know right now. There's a lot of conjecture. There are a lot of rumors out there. But we don't know anything yet. We don't actually know what these classified documents were. And some people are saying, well, maybe he didn't know, but classified documents are usually marked. If they weren't marked, how would the lawyers have known they were classified? They will work their way through this. We will find out. And there was, for what it's worth, there was an act of good faith to return documents. Now, on the other hand, and perhaps perhaps I'm alone in this, but I doubt it. If Joe Biden illegally took classified material, I hope they throw the book at him. Because I am done. I am done with this concept that, well, this person's on my side of the aisle. Well, this person is wealthy. Well, this person is important. Well, this person is the president. Well, this person, whatever. We should treat them differently. No. I'm done. I'm done with that. So, should an actual, well, obviously not an actual witch hunt. We should not hunt witches. Witches are lovely. Generally speaking, witches these days are lovely people. But a traditional kind of witch hunt, the kind that Trump complains about, but actually doesn't happen, it is not happening to Trump. So, Roxy, I'm with you. True, but why are we treating Trump differently? I'm with you on that one. So, Janelle says, we know it doesn't even sound like Biden. It probably isn't. But I'm with Lori. No one is above the law. Joy said he's an old white guy. He is above the law. That's not okay. I refuse to just sit down and accept that. So I will use my voice to say we are all equal. We are. Even if you manage to succeed in the world for whatever reason, good for you. I very much want a rising tide that will raise all boats. But nobody's above the law. Janelle said Trump wouldn't give them back. And that's the big difference. But, all right, so we're going to look at this. So what this actually said in the news was Joe Biden left the VP office with documents that he apparently didn't realize should be classified, as they didn't appear to be sensitive. I don't know. His former pre-president offices in D.C., that's where they were found. And the lawyers immediately called NARA, the National Archives, to come and get them once they realized they should that the archives should have them. As expected, MAGA is having a field day. What will happen? Rachel Maddow was also talking about this last night. So Kristen is saying, oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn that. Kristen was saying U.S. intel materials related to Ukraine, Iran, and the U.K. were found in Biden's private office, according to CNN. We'll see. Okay. It is what it is. And if he's broken the law, I say if he hasn't broken the law, the right's just going to make hay out of it. And if he has broken the law, then they should throw the book at him. Kamala Harris will make a perfectly good president. Thank you very much. I am done with the lawlessness. I am done with the lawlessness. And just because you are on our side doesn't change that. So anyway. Dave says Trump is handled like a fragile egg. Biden isn't, because DOJ knows he's a man, not a toddler. Exactly. Yes, but yes, Constant, do throw the book at Trump first, please. So what's going to go on? Dr. Nancy says, please don't blow this up. He will be accountable. Please don't blow what up? Blow this out of proportion? This is just news. If anybody, I don't feel that I'm covering this any differently than I would anybody else who was found with potentially classified information. Could be something, could be nothing. I've got major arcana, but I've got a major arcana of there's bigger stuff out there. So yeah. Jolene says there was lying, concealment, and obstruction with Trump. Biden lawyers notified the archives immediately. I know. You know I like Uncle Joe. You know I'm a fan of Uncle Joe. I'm just sick of the lawlessness. So Dr. Nancy says, yes, distraction, let the law handle it. And that's what will happen. But for now, Tower and Temperance, a lot of major arcana on this. Which could very well be just how the right's going to blow everything out of proportion. But, all right, what's going on with the documents? What's up with Biden's culpability in this? Yes, Lena did a great job, Alan. Susie says other countries have said Trump showed them the documents he took. Yes, Heather Formosa says, how did the archives not know they were missing this stuff? Apparently, they didn't. So, there's Uncle Joe. Saturday at the Garden Center with all of us getting together. Lovely, lovely energy. 4 of Swords, 5 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Of course, they're not going to let up. Legally, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere or go anywhere fast, but oh yeah, on the right, they're just going to make hay out of this. Glenn was saying nothing too serious. Any compartmented intel was returned. Most of that would be from current security briefings during the transition. Could be. It could be he didn't take them. Maybe they were left. We just don't know. We just don't know. And you know what side of the aisle I'm on. I've never tried to hide it on this channel. You know I voted for Joe Biden. I do not regret that. I'm tired of the general lack of accountability. And in fact, I want to read on Alabama. I don't think that's in the list of questions, but we can talk about that in a minute. So what's going to happen with Joe Biden and these documents? Kristen says that breaking Intel Committee Chair Warner wants a briefing on the documents found in Biden's office. Okay. King of Wands. Yeah, what Trump was doing was it does feel like what Trump was doing was a whole other level of bad. Like bad. So, all right. Major Arcana is out today. 10 of Wands. And the thing is they lie so much on the right that they'll just keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. Even if it's found that, they were included in some paperwork that somebody else left. Someone who was briefing him during the transition. I mean, it could be anything. Even if it's completely nothing to, barely anything to do with him. They're just going to keep lying about it on the right. And Trump down at Mar-a-Lago is, and it doesn't matter whether it's important or not. They're just going to talk, and tap on their computers. There's a big chariot coming, but I don't think this is for Biden. It's sitting right next to the Mar-a-Lago card. Kristen says in 45 minutes, the Trump CFO is to be sentenced. Oh, that today? Because there's a question about that. There is a question about that. It's number 2. Did they find Hunter Biden's laptop? Yes, I'm with you, Janelle. Hopefully all 60 months. Hopefully. Okay. Seven of Cups, Chariot, Tower, Temperance, 10 of Cups. I would think, oh my gosh, this is terrible. a chariot that leads to a tower is huge. However, it ends with Democrats being quite pleased and a big old temperance card, which makes me think this chariot and tower, this isn't about Biden. This is about Trump, because I got the Emperor for the card for the reading. And Biden sees himself as a patriarch, not in a necessarily negative sense of the word, but as in head of the family, and as president, he's a little bit Uncle Joe to America, to Americans, whereas Trump is narcissistic rage garbage. So, man, but holy buckets. I mean, there's just major arcana, and I don't know that this is, hang on, let me see. Let me spread out some major arcana here, because I don't think this is about Joe. Sandy Miller says Uncle Joe all the way. Yes. All right, let's see here. We shall see, we shall see. Okay, I've spread out the major arcana. So, all of the major arcana, all of that, is this the fall of Joe Biden, or is this the fall of Donald Trump? Wheel of Fortune. Trump finally being held accountable? Time finally turning? Okay. These cards, I'm asking, all this major arcana, is this the fall of Biden or the fall of Trump? 5 of Cups, 7 of Cups, Empress, King of Wands, Nine of Wands. That's Trump. They will lie a great deal about, they try to kick down Democrats every chance they get, and obfuscate and lie. And yeah, these are clarifier cards, rose blue. By the way, I love that name. This is America looking, and that's Trump the man, and his flunkies and everybody like that feeling beaten up. So, yep. The what I'm getting is this is going to the DOJ. This will be maybe a story briefly on the right. Of course, they'll keep talking about it. They've been talking about the Hunter Biden laptop for years now, and it doesn't even exist. Show me a picture of the actual Hunter Biden laptop. I'll wait. They've asked the FBI, where is it? We don't have it. Of course we don't have it. We never had it. And the one person who saw the laptop, and the one person who was there when the FBI agents came, Agent Steve or Michael or Agent Michael or something, he'll McIsaac. He only uses first names, and he's the only Mac repair person around who is legally blind and literally cannot see more than 6 inches in front of his face. Couldn't pick out whether it was Hunter Biden or not. Couldn't pick out anybody. But please. So, one of the things I did before we get onto the Weisselberg thing, I do want to check Alabama. And I want to say it's Alabama. Actually, there's another Alabama question here too. Let's go to Alabama for 2 questions. At 26, thank you for being here. It's kind of a crazy news day. So what's happened in Alabama is the I guess the attorney general in Alabama, I want to say, might have been a district attorney, but I'm going to guess it was it was somebody high up. Basically, had a lot of information about the fake electors, that whole scheme in that particular state. We know it happened in various states, but the one that happened in Alabama, that person, it was the attorney general. Hi, everyone. The attorney general has hired a special attorney out of Ohio to invest. Okay, so you're talking about the other thing. Okay. Where's for 500 points on? All right, so there was the fake elector scheme, and in Alabama, someone high up, attorney general, district attorney, whoever it was, they gathered up their information and they sent it to the DOJ because they realized this was a multi-state problem, and once you start crossing state lines, it gets out of the states and it goes federal. Well, it's been a year, or possibly more, and that attorney general, district attorney, whoever it was, has said, this is ridiculous. You're obviously, you're not doing anything in any kind of timely manner, so I'll do it myself. So this person in Alabama is opening up the investigation and possible legal repercussions for fake electors in Alabama in the 2020 election. I wish I knew who this person was. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll be talking about this person in the future. Fake electors investigation from 2020 election. And sorry, that's how this should be. Janelle says, I know Michigan was doing that also. I've heard something about that too. So, Alabama, fake elector scheme 2020. You going to be holding some people's feet to the fire on this? Holy buckets. What is something going on today? I'm starting to think this isn't necessarily even what we're reading about today, because I keep getting this death card. I keep getting the death card, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm getting major arcana after major arcana after major arcana. Maybe it has something to do with Weisselberg being charged. We'll look at that next, because he's not going to Club Fed. He's going to Rikers. So even if he only serves 11 months or something insane, it's in Rikers. And once he's there, he may start thinking a little differently about talking. Rose blue planets are where today? Well, we're just kind of plugging along. There's nothing specific happening today. The moon's in Leo. Tomorrow it goes into Virgo. And yeah, there aren't any planetary aspects per se. Yesterday, Venus trined Mars, but that has moved on. So nothing big until Friday, actually. Friday and Saturday, there are going to be some astrological aspects coming up, both potentially good and potentially fraught. We'll get there. So, Alabama, fake electors. And why aren't those people in prison? Janelle says, yes, very odd energy. Maybe changes are happening. Well, these first 3 months of the year, going up to Pluto, moving into Aquarius, everything is fraught. So, Dave says he won't make it in that hole for a week. That's a burden. That is a burden. All right. We're not talking about Weisselberg yet. We're talking about Alabama and fake electors, more than one. It's a whole group. Nine of Swords, Page of Cups, King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Sun. There's not a lot here. They'll get to it. DOJs will get to it. It's just taking a long time. This doesn't even feel like a whole lot happening in Alabama. This feels like bigger, federal. This is the worry because of what isn't happening federally. It feels like it's ending with things happening federally. And in the meantime, Tim says, okay, I'm going to be a Debbie Downer here. It may not be astrological, but the spirits are moving to make changes and align things better. There's nothing downer about that. Not very much. Okay, this is ridiculous. Magician Hierophant. Okay. What is going on? Thank you, Jolie. All right. Let's read on Weisselberg, and then if that doesn't clear anything up, we'll try to figure out what else is going on, because holy buckets. All right. So at 33 and a bit, go back up here. So at 33, say 20. 30. Weisselberg is heading to Riker's prison any day now to serve his 5-month sentence. I don't know if I have Weisselberg's chart right off. I don't know if I've got it at AstroSeek, which would be able to pull up a good chart of the transits. But anyway, so Weisselberg is heading to Riker's prison any day now to serve his 5-month sentence. With good behavior, he could serve only 100 days. Will he spend less once he realizes he's in big boy jail? And will he start talking? William is saying he's going to bed. More major arcana. This time it's Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, government change. Tim says a wheel has popped up twice in 3 minutes. Yep. Weisselberg. I don't know. I just have this feeling with Weisselberg. He's like, gird your loins kind of thing. Stiff upper lip. But he's just vile. He's a thief. He's a con man. He's a thief. And he helped a con man. And suburban housewife, yes. Weisselberg is a creep. Oh, it's a crook. There we go. Page of Pentacles. He's been protecting Trump. He's also been trying to protect his own son. So, let's see here. Judgment. 6 of Cups. 9 of Cups. 4 of Wands and the Lovers. And this says he would remain faithful. Trump definitely wants him to be. But boy, when he gets there, the judgment, it's dehumanizing. That's the main thing you hear when you talk to people who've done hard time, is being in prison is incredibly dehumanizing. And he remembers the life he had outside of it. It's going to be a huge shock. And as much as we think 100 days is not enough, think of how he's lived for decades and how old he is and how much of a shock this is going to be and how hard this is going to be. And you did it to yourself. And he remembers. But he's afraid that if he turns on, see, he still technically, he still works at Griftco. He's still getting paid, is my understanding. He's got paid leave from Griftco. If he turns on Trump, when he comes out, what does he have? If he stays loyal to Trump and he gets out, he thinks he'll have some income left because all the other Letitia James stuff hasn't gone through yet. And then there's Coward Bragg in New York and all this other. This is what happens when you don't hold people accountable in a reasonable amount of time. And I understand it can take a couple of years, but it's been a couple of years. And with Trump, it's been more than a couple of years. It's been year after year after year after year. And if you don't hold these people accountable, their flunkies decide, I'm not going to help you. Why should I? You're dragging your feet so long, I will have served my sentence and be done and be eating caviar and drinking bad Trump champagne by the time I get out. While you're dragging your feet. That's the problem. So CC Ryder says he worked there for 40 years. He should have multi-millions in accounts and assets. He should. Thank you, John. So Weisselberg, you're finally going to eventually, once you're there, once you're making license plates for 12 cents an hour or whatever they're going to have you do, are you going to talk to get out? It depends how the prosecutors handle it. Go in there, make him an offer. Start making him offers. Start showing up once a week, once every 2 weeks. Go regularly and then suddenly don't go and go irregularly. So he thinks at first it's like you're the only thing he has to look forward to, really, other than family visiting, maybe. But you keep showing up and you make him offers. You know, you can get out of here. You know, you can get out of here. If you play some psychological games on this guy, You might get somewhere. So let me last 3 cards on Weisselberg. Digit ones. He has information. And even in the trial, Donald Trump's signature was on a bunch of stuff. Emperor, death card, hanged man. That's Trump. He's going in with the sense of, I'm going to get through it. I'll just keep on keeping on. I'll make it through. Everything will be okay. I'll get out. I'll have, they'll still be going after Trump, but, they're always after Trump and nothing ever really happens. And I'll get out and I'll have my money and I'll have a good meal and everything. And then I'll still be getting income from Donald because he's so grateful to me and. But once he's in there, and if those prosecutors are smart, they're going to be going in there and they're going to be talking about the potential for more charges. We went after you for this, this, and this. We've also now found this, and this, and this. So you might be going back to court. Well, I mean, unless you want to talk to us about it. Rose blue, exactly. Wait until he actually experiences it. Yes, and rose blue because he lied, a longer sentence. So do we know what exactly is going on today? Are they saying, does he go into prison today, or are they saying whether he's going to have to serve the full 5 months or more? And Menzies says the 5 months was actually the plea deal. He actually was sentenced to years. It was like 15 years, wasn't it? And they're saying he lied under oath. Oh, I'm glad you like the cup. Thank you. Oh, the irony. It's an old Coca-Cola. It's a Coca-Cola mug. Belonged to my parents. And it's full of Pepsi. But why didn't the prosecutors nail him the first time? Because he wouldn't talk. And if they're just relentless and they just keep going after him, I think it's going to get interesting. But you gotta, this guy's, he's been doing this for 40 years and he's not going to turn on a dime. Kelly has cups like this. Great. All right. Yeah, Tish is playing the long game. I'm sorry, I want to give you guys credit. Love Julie loves Pepsi. I do too. Lori Kimmerl saying Tish is playing the long game. I agree. All right. So, 44 and a bit. So let's say 44.30. Hang on. So the more Trump gets compared to Hitler, the more he freaks out. Shoe? Fit? Not exact, but not non-exact. Legal documents in his defamation suit against CNN. He's so stupid. Why would you? He's brought a defamation suit against CNN and all their lawyers, all their real lawyers. So, okay, legal documents in his defamation suit against CNN show that his widow feelings have in fact been hurt. Yeah, because his ego is about yay big and is made of blown glass. Quote, some CNN audience members have been unjustly led to believe that the plaintiff literally is a fascist leader, Trump's lawyers wrote. CNN statements seriously attempted to falsely state that the plaintiff intentionally used a Nazi-like propaganda technique to preserve his political power. Yeah, we saw the video, but okay. Will anything come of this? Will anything come of Trump's defamation suit against CNN? Because Trump's paying his lawyers. He's paying his bubblegum machine lawyers. Yes, John. Suing CNN for hurting my widow feelings. Yes. Lies, 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 lies. Lies, lies, lies. 4 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Knight of Cups. Thank you, Fran. Thank you. It helps. Thank you. 2 of Wands. King of Wands. This is Trump sending out his little minions after his feelings have been hurt. This is an actual Knight of Cups. These are the real lawyers. And this little pipsqueak comes forward for working for Donald, just the guy. This is not going to go well for Trump. Nope. Here's the definition of fascism. These are actions taken. These are experts. These are actions taken by fascists. Mr. Trump, he has said he did this, 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 and this. It feels actually like the lawyers, the CNN lawyers, are like, this could be a fun case. I don't think they're worried. And Donald Trump wastes even more money that he doesn't have. Bye. Speaking of which, there are 2 more completely separate. Well, no, they're not completely separate. There are 2 more questions, both related to another case that he's in at 4830. Seriously, we start talking about all of Trump's cases, and I'm going to have to pull up a chair and sit down because we'll be here a while. All right. So apparently, Trump's lawyers are scrambling to keep his deposition in the E Jean Carroll case sealed. Why is that, Trump? If you didn't do anything, didn't know her, she's not your type, didn't do anything, why is your deposition, why do you want your deposition sealed? Somebody accused me of that, I'd be like, I will yell it from the rooftops. Oh, heck no. I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that. No, you would keep it sealed, huh? So is it going to get out? Is Trump's deposition in the E Jean Carroll case going to see the light of day? That's lawyer. They're somewhere in this situation. There are some lawyers actually getting real money. I wonder if he's taking this one a little more seriously than some of the cases. Like if his different lawyers, this one actually has a better reputation, so put this one on that case. Plus, different lawyers have different specialities. So, Empress. Bless E Jean Carroll. Bless you. Bless you. Chariot. 3 of Wands. Judgment. King of Pentacles. Yeah, I'd say what you do will come back. This looks like she's going to do very well. There's going to be a big judgment. It's for a financial amount. It looks like she's going to do very well. And I usually get very good cards on her situation, this case for her. Bless. So, yeah. So that's how the case is going to go. And once again, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana I need to spread out in the deck. But then again, that didn't necessarily, that's not how it's going to go overall. Will we see Trump's deposition in the E Jean Carroll? Will we see it? See it. As he says, it looks favorable for her. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. Empress. Page of Pentacles. I think we're going to have to wait. This is America right in the center. So you think we would, this is deposition, this is things said during the trial, blah, 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 blah. And they fight pretty hard to keep things hidden. John says, I hope E Jean doesn't cut a deal. She's already said she has no intention of cutting a deal because she says she's not in it for the money. That's what she said. 9 of Pentacles. Strength, bless her. Truth coming out, and Trump paying a lot of money. And if he loses the case, no reason it couldn't come out. So, but this is ugly. This energy is ugly. That poor woman. She shouldn't have to do this. She shouldn't have to do this. It shouldn't have happened to her. Blessed. Okay. 54 minutes in. Trump is in court today. You think, yay, and then you find out what for, and it's like, oh, jeez. Trump is in court today to argue that presidents can't be sued for defamation. Will the judge see it the same way? Presidents are not kings, and plaintiff is not president. Presidents can't be sued for defamation. Well, la-ti-da. That's the truth. More for every one of these judges that has a ruling on something Trump related, it all starts adding up in the legal world. This judge said, this is a bunch of garbage. This judge said, that's a bunch of garbage. This judge said that's a bunch of garbage. And you are trying to use all of these things. And there's already rulings, multiple rulings saying this is garbage, that is garbage, and that is garbage. Four of Cups Supreme Court is already said he does not have that kind of immunity. There's a limited amount of communication you did as while you were working as president, but here's the kicker. He said it again once he was out of office. He truthed it, tweeted it, whatever. He said what he said originally. He said it again. There's nothing to protect him. There's nothing to protect him as a citizen who has that kind of potential political power. Queen of Wands. Judgment. Ace of Wands. Hanged Man. You're done. Trump is the big loser. Kristen says, Justin, top Democratic appropriator warns the GOP would be guaranteeing a shutdown by insisting on 2022 funding levels. Oh, yeah. It's going to be, things might get a little more gnarly down end of September way, but we'll see because it's a long legal time between here and there. So, Okay. So, Katie Porter. I want to read on Katie Porter. We love Katie Porter. We love some Katie Porter around here. 5715. Representative Katie Porter has announced she is running for Dianne Feinstein's Senate seat in 2024. Yes. How does this look for her? Senator Porter. I love it. I don't live in California, or oh my gosh, I would vote for her. Woo. Teresa Pulisic. We talk about Katie Porter more often. I love her. I want to try. I want to read on more of these good people, but kind of the news isn't usual. They're not usually in the news, but yeah, it would be nice. I agree, Anne. There may be a different speaker by September. Judgment, Ace of Swords. That's her and her whiteboard, and she is on it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Glenna Miles says, I love Katie Porter. She always knows what she's talking about. I wrote that tax code. It's so great. All right, Katie Porter. Senator Katie Porter. Bless her. Absolutely bless her. Eight of Swords. Well, Feinstein, I think, I don't know, but I think she'd have to primary Feinstein. Is that the case? Because Feinstein is, I think they said she'd be 91 in 2024, something like that. Someday 91 will be, yeah, fine. But for now, it's still, Rose Blue, she said being a teacher prepared her for Congress. Dealing with children. Oh, yes. Page of Cups. Bless. Two of Swords, Justice, King of Pentacles, Two of Wands. She's okay. I'm not getting that far ahead. I'm getting she's got very important stuff coming up. She is where she is for, you know, it's like big soul contract stuff. Who volunteers to live this life and stand in the way of this? And she was like, me. This is Justice coming into the house. Her starting out, she's still quite young. And this is voters. I think should have a lot of voters, a lot of young voters. But Justice is coming for Republicans. And Janelle says she's retiring after her term. So Feinstein is retiring. Okay. Oh yeah, Katie Porter is here for reasons. For reasons plural. I mean, we all are, but some of us have bigger assignments than others. And I mean us as in everybody, not like royal we. No. I am as special as you are, and you are special. We're all like a plate, like a table full of Fabergé eggs. We are all special. Page of Swords. Oh, she is there legislatively thinking, nimble. I'm still getting she's I don't know how old she is, but her energy is quite young, and considering how old some people in Congress can be, she's a young whippersnapper. Three of Swords, Six of Cups, Ten of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. I'm just getting a slog between here and there. There's a lot that's going to go on in the house. There's a lot that's going to go on in the house. It feels like if she does it, she's going to have a whole lot of young people voting for her. She's going to have a lot of people voting for her. But I'm getting house. There's a lot. Not that she's going to just stay in the house. That's not it. It's this term in the house. There's so much, and she is so needed where she is. Sadie Turk says she's 49. She doesn't seem 49. She doesn't feel. Yeah. Holly and France says, what worries me is that Katie Porter's district isn't reliably blue. The GOP could easily win her House seat if she becomes senator. Could be. Suburban Housewife says Feinstein could retire. Governor Gavin could appoint Katie to fill the seat. I still think they're going to. I still think they're going to try to impeach Biden. It just feels like there's. If it's not that, it's other stuff. If you watched Dr. Lena Rodriguez, if you watched her on the Mary Trump show this morning, there was a gentleman on there, and I'm so sorry, I don't remember his name, so I can't give him credit. But he was talking on there about the real MAGites in the House. Gates, Boebert, them, Hazmat, Bobblehead, them, and more. Those 20. He said it isn't just MAGA. He said they're annihilators. They want the system to crash. They want government to go away. And it's true. That is probably the best description I've heard in a long time. They are annihilators. And the things they're going to try to do over these next 2 years bless Katie Porter, she is where she is. Beyond that, there's not much reason why she couldn't succeed as a senator for 2024. But right now, we need her where she is, and it's going to be important. That's what I'm getting. So, okay. All right. And M. Kelpie, they want to burn it all down. Janelle says nihilistic. Lola Bell says nihilism runs deep. Anne says destroy and recreate in their image, or just destroy. Giovanna asks what will take its place. Look, no, this is not negative toward you. Thinking about them. Look, I was raised by, two go-getters, and I was raised to be one of those kinds of, I got in trouble when I didn't stand up for myself, and it was like, why bother? Why would I be confrontational with people if I don't have to be? I got stuff to do, but I was raised to be that. And when I was a teenager, I tried really hard to be what my parents wanted me to be. I had absorbed a lot of that. So if you ran across 17-year-old me back in the day, tackling the big stuff, which I was also, I kind of had my libertarian phase of, I will stand up and I will do the thing and I will, and people need to people who can need to stand up and all that kind of stuff. And I grew out of it, but I had those moments. These people never grew out of that, even if they're not reading Ayn Rand, even if they're not. People like Gates and Marjorie Trader Green, who's just heinous, and Boebert and all of them. Might makes right. That's how they see it. Government is bad. There's no through thought, repercussions, greater good. Suburban housewife, annihilate, privatize, and voila, oligarchy, with fat portfolios for Gates, Bono, I don't know, Biggs and their ilk, yes. Yeah. Kathy DeLau says many just want to control, to order people around, to bully, because it makes them feel good, chimp-like. Yeah, yes. Azalea, they don't think past their nose. Exactly. Boebert, yeah. Kelly says end result, fascism. Olabella says no empathy. I remember I had an argument. Oh gosh. I was staying with I was overseas and I was staying with I was living with a family over there, and the couple, we try not to talk politics, and I was trying to espouse my, pick yourself up and do your thing. And I remember husband even said to me, he said, you are far too nice to actually believe the things you're saying. Which, that's a good thing. So I always cared about people. I always stood up against bullies. And I saw the error in my ways. But, yeah. Anyway, it's 1:29 p.m. here in Chicago. That's going to do it for me for today. But thank you so much for being here. It is Tuesday, so, well, like any other day, it's in 2 hours over at 3:30 p.m. Chicago time. I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. and bring your projects, bring your creative projects, and we'll just try to encourage you. Other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow because I'm here 365 days of the year. I just keep showing up. All right, hang in there. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right, and I'll see you all tomorrow.